Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Henry from Tech Daddy Videos. Welcome to this broadcast. It is Friday, and so I wanted just do a live broadcast today. I was had a lot of people giving me a call, a lot of people calling me today, a lot of people signing up for the packages and what have you. So I was pretty excited about talking to a few people. I did talk to a few people who signed up for other courses out there. And so one lady ended up telling me that she spent $5,000 on a course. Now, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to spend that much money on a particular course to learn? Um, well, it depends. I cannot say that it is, or I can't say it isn't. I kind of did something 10 years ago where I spent quite a bit of money. I spent a lot of money. And so for me, it was quite a bit. And it was 1 week of basically training and so forth. And if you ask me today, was it worth it? And I'm going to tell you, yes, absolutely it was. And the reason why is because of the money that I make now compared to what I did 10 years ago. And so, but you have to be realistic and you have to sit there and say, well, is this person going to go out there and give you good content? Is this person going to give you great technical support? Well, this was one of the issues and one of the problems with somebody who signed up with another course, spent around $5,000, and they were very, very frustrated because they ended up getting a course that when they tried to have any type of I guess, feedback or any type of support, they didn't get it. And one of the things that she did tell me was that she called me today and said one of the things is I'm stuck at this certain spot, and so they basically had her set up for an Amazon account, and that was it. And everything else she had to go through um, the community. They call it the community, right? So you got your private Facebook groups. You go out there, and then I basically told her, I said, look, when you go into a community like that, most of the time it's other people trying to learn the exact same thing. So they're kind of giving you advice on um, what they know and not so much what the experts know. And so you have to look at it that way. You have to look at it as, well, if you do take a course and what have you, are you going to get the support? And this is where I kind of come in, and I kind of separate myself from anybody else when it comes to it, just because um, I'm able to give you that support and I'm able to sit there and you call me and me be able to talk to you and give you the information. So, what I did basically is I gave her 20 minutes of my time. I was over here at the beach and I was just taking my walk this morning. And I picked up the phone when she did call. And well, actually, she sent me a message first. And then when she sent me that message, she called me and I talked to her 20 minutes, gave her 20 minutes of my time, right? Well, that made the difference as far as her signing up for my Amazon A to Z course. And so, and I told her, I said, look, I am going to give you the support that you need. This is the problem with a lot of people who are taking these courses, that they go out there, they take them, but when they have a question, they may get an email 2 weeks later. They may get something a week later. I mean, and you have to be on top of your game when you do this. And this is where I kind of separate myself from everybody else. Is basically, you can call the number right here on top, the 626-225-3002. Most of the time, I'm answering that phone. Most of the time, I'm picking up that phone and I'm giving you the support that you actually need. And so that's where you kind of have to come in and go, okay, well, do I take this or do I take this? Now, I don't mean to sit here and talk about courses, okay? We're going to be doing Amazon Q&A, and I feel like we should talk about Amazon. But part of it, and most of it, for people who succeed on Amazon and people who do not succeed on Amazon, is the training. It's the bottom line. It's like, well, do they know what to sell? What makes you money selling on Amazon? What products do I buy? All that comes into play. So you have to kind of take a look at it in that aspect. What are what's going to make me money? Are best sellers going to make me money? Are products that sell every single day make me money? Are specialty products? Is it um, products that are holiday products? You just sell strictly for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or any other holiday that comes up. Do those products sell? Do those products move? Do those products make you money? I was on just today. I did a conference call with Steve, one of my members, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I was working with him side by side, going out there and showing him products. Well, he brought up a product to me today that was very, very good. And we looked at the numbers, we looked at everything, and we said, wow, this is actually pretty good. And so those are the things that you have to look for. You have to make sure that um, you have that experience where you go out there and you're able to check and see if that product is going to make you money. And that's what it's all about. It's all about which products are going to make you money. How are you going to go out there and do that? Well, I kind of go back to the lady that called me today. She signed up for this $5,000 course, and she went as far as signing up for a signing up for an account on Amazon, a seller's account, and that's as far as she got. And she tried to contact these people. I'm not going to say who they are. It's a very popular group out there, and so she tried calling them, and for some reason, they didn't call her back, and she didn't get the answer she was looking for. So she ended up signing up for my course, like I said. And this is what I did tell her. I said, look, if you sign up for the course, I'm here to support you. This is why I get on YouTube. This is why I'm out here helping people out on every Monday night at 6 o'clock. I'm here and I'm doing Amazon Q&A. And even today's Friday, and it's 4:30, and in the afternoon, they had a beautiful uh, sunset that's going to be coming up in a couple hours. And so, um, I'm going to sit here, and this is my life. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy what I'm doing. So, um, when it comes to Amazon, it's the same thing. Amazon is a beast. Amazon is a monster. So when you sit here and you try to sell on Amazon, you have to know exactly what you're selling. That's going to separate you from everybody else. Okay, knowing what to sell, what to buy, what to put everything comes into play. How to market your product and so forth. And so you go out there and you try to do this blind. It's like just going and getting a job that you just they just threw you into, and you go into that job and really there's no training. You're not going to be too happy about that because you expect that expertise, expect that training to come along with it. And the more proficient you are, the better you are. And this is where you can excel when it comes to selling products or finding products or using the um, right tools to go out there and make yourself successful. I mean, I'm not telling you anything different. That you need to make sure that you have the training when you go onto Amazon. And this is basically what I wanted to start this out with was the training itself. Make sure that you guys have proper training when you decide that you're going to sell on the most lucrative platform in the world when it comes to online sales. And Amazon is all over the place. They are number one for a reason, and they will not hesitate. They will not hesitate to shut your account down if you don't know what you're doing or suspend your account. So you want to make sure that you stay on top of things. For example, today, one of my FBA products, I got a complaint. And I got a complaint because they shipped one product, they ordered two products from me. Well, Amazon's FBA program went ahead and sent out one, and they shipped one, and it's been 12 days and they haven't shipped the other product. Well, she sent me a message in the background, and it took 12 days and it still was not shipped. I made a simple phone call to the right department to get this product sent out. Within a half an hour of that phone call, um, her product was being shipped right away. So she's going to get it tomorrow. And so these are the things that you have to, kind of figure out, because it wasn't my fault. Now, what happens if she went out there and left a bad review? Well, if Amazon sends the product out, if Amazon does this and fulfills your orders, and somebody leaves you a bad review, then it's very simple. You just simply call Amazon, and once you call Amazon, they will go ahead and correct any. They will correct any um, mistakes that they have done. So if somebody leaves you a bad review, they'll wipe it out. It's that simple. They'll take it off. It's not your fault. Nothing that you did wrong. So you want to make sure that, but you're on top of it, because a lot of people won't do that. They won't figure out, or they can't figure out that if somebody left a review, FBA went out there and fulfilled it for me. I didn't have no control over it. So this is where you have to get that right department, go out there and get it corrected, because it's your livelihood. This is your account. This is what you're going out there and you're actually working on every single day, and you depend on Amazon to do their job. At the same time, they depend on you to do your job, to make sure that you fulfill their customers. So it's no different when you are out there and you're fulfilling Amazon's customers, and it's Amazon screws up. You got to keep them, liable. You have to make sure you stay on top of them, and go out there and do that. So again, just make sure that you know exactly what you're doing out there, and that will help you out. I know it's Friday. Everybody may on their way home or having dinner or what have you. So, enjoy what you guys are doing. Enjoy your weekend and what have you. I just wanted to get on today and just say hello and answer a few questions, because today I don't know. It was just it was one of those days where there was a lot of people that were confused, and I've been on the phone all morning, pretty much. People just calling and calling and calling and asking, and it seemed I can hear the frustration in their voices when they sit there and they telling me, I just want technical support. I want somebody to help me out. I want somebody to do this. And this is where I kind of I put my course together in a way to where you do it step by step by step, and you shouldn't have any issues as far as trying to succeed selling on Amazon. I paid for this training a long, long time ago, 10 years ago. And again, I'm telling you guys, you know, it was worth it for me to spend that much money. And I spent a lot more than some of these other people. But when I did get the training, I kind of look back now and I say, I make a lot more now than I did 10 years ago. At that time, I didn't think it was worth it, to be honest. But now that I see where I'm at now that I see, how far I've become and what I've done, it was well worth it. Every single penny. And I would do it all over again. That simple. So But let's see who's on. Let's see who is on today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I mean, right now is a good time. I'm going to be doing, Amazon Q&A today. So, if you have a question regarding Amazon, feel free to ask. I'm just kind of sitting here. I'm babysitting a dog, and he kind of does his own thing. So in the background, don't he's just out there having fun. So while I'm doing my videos, but and when I say babysitting, I have to come over. I'm not really getting paid for it. It's just something that that I enjoy, just coming over and being part of this family. So. Um, What's up there, Christian Levy? Christian Levy, welcome aboard, Christian. Christian did sign up for a package. Welcome aboard. Glad to see you on. What's up there, Joe? Joe Josh, how you doing? Joe says, beautiful place. Absolutely. We can't ask for any better than this, and it's nice. Benny, what's up there? Benny, what's going on? So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll go there. What, Dan Mazzella, what's going on there, Dan? And let me see, Dan Mazzella here. Hey, Henry, what's happening? What's up there, Steve? Steve, I just talked to Steve a few hours ago, and so we were talking. Hey, settle down. Stop. Sorry about that, guys. So, where was I? Oh, Steve and I were talking today. Live video, right? Live video, and this dog wants it. Hold on one second, guys. Let me just take care of this real quick. All right. Well, it's funny how you just sit here and you expect everything to go perfect, but sometimes it doesn't. But that's okay. He wants his attention too. He sees me talking to you guys and sits there and says, "Hey, I want that attention." And so, um, Christian Levy says, "Oh yes, Henry, I will need a lot of your support, and I need the best from the A to Z, sir." Yeah. So Christian, just make sure you watch all the videos. Make sure you watch them step by step. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, and we will try to help you out. I know that you are in the UK, and so I'm getting quite a few people from all around the world that are coming in, which is really really nice. And but the time zones are a little different when it comes to that. So so I know it's late up there. But William Barber, what's going on there, William Barber? William Barber did sign up for a package. Welcome aboard. There's another one that just came in, and make sure that when you guys come in, that you sign up for the Facebook page. Just put in the request. It's in the back, and once you go into the back office and watch the videos, the first thing you must do is sign up for that Facebook page. And that way I can get you in there and help you out and get you into the community also. Steve says the dog was asleep a couple hours ago. Yes, but as soon as I start talking, Steve, there he goes. He's wide awake, ready to go for a walk. Christian says it is 12:37 midnight now. Wow. Well, thank you for being up. Appreciate it. It is 4 o'clock, about 4:30 in the afternoon on a Friday here in Los Angeles, and sun will be going down pretty quick, a couple hours at least. And so it's nice. We can not a whole lot. It's beautiful here. So, but yeah. So again, just make sure that you get the proper training. That's what you guys have to do. You have to make sure that you get trained properly, and that's a big key, because a lot of people fail just because they don't know what they're doing. Now, looking for products, that is the number one thing, is finding a product, going out there and saying, "Hey, look, what products sell on Amazon?" And I tell a lot of people, everything sells on Amazon, but not everything makes you money. Not everything makes you that big dollar, So you have to find products that are going to go out there and are going to have that profit. bottom line. I mean, you have to have great profit. You have to sit there and make sure that that product that you do buy has enough profit for you guys to make, and that will help you out. So, um, all right. So, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. I mean, there's nothing wrong with asking now. I'm usually not on. I just something that I decided I was going to do today. I just wanted just to say hello to everybody before the weekend starts. I'll probably be on this weekend again, I'm sure. Just because I kind of do this because when I get a lot of people that call me, I know that there's people in desperate need that are sitting here trying to figure out um, the answers to their solution. So that's where I kind of come in and say, hey, look, I'm going to give you that free advice on YouTube here, and hopefully that helps you out, no matter where you are around the world. So I mean, you can be all over on the other side of the world, and it all works the same. All platforms for Amazon are pretty much the same, whether it's in the UK or Australia or China, Japan or Canada or Mexico, or here in the .com industry in the U.S. So yeah, so if you go out there and you do everything correctly, then that's the secret word there is correctly. Once you do that, then you'll stay out of trouble. You want to make sure that you have great feedback. You want to make sure that you go out there and have positive feedback on your account, and you want to make sure you have great reviews. What happens if you get a review and somebody leaves you and it's a bad one? How do you get that off? How do you go out there and uh, get that taken care of? Can you distinguish a review from a feedback? Sometimes somebody will leave you a feedback instead of um, a review, and so you can get that taken off. You can get that taken away if they didn't do it. If the customer didn't do it correctly, if the customer sat there and complained about it, and it was supposed to be a feedback or something, and it should have been under the review. So those are the things that you must know. What happens if somebody sits there and sabotages your account? If they go out there and they um, start reducing your price or start selling your product without your permission. How do you do brand registry? And do I need to sign up for do I need to create a website? Do I need to go out there and promote this product somewhere else other than Facebook, or other than Amazon itself? Do I put it on Facebook? Do I put it on Shopify? There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and it's very simple. There, a lot of them are very simple, but these are the things that I hear. Well, I heard, if I go out there and I promote this with my own website, and that was one of the things that somebody called me today and says, it's much better if you put it on your own website than you do put it on Amazon, because there's just so many people out there. And I said, do you hear yourself? Do you hear exactly what you're saying? Now, and I kind of pointed it at this. I said, look, if you have a website and you create a website, you have to drive traffic to it. So you're driving traffic to your website when, in fact, Amazon has millions and millions and millions of people that go through Amazon every single day. Traffic's already there. You don't need to drive traffic. It's already there. It's a matter of posting, going out there, putting in your listing, and making sure your listing is being seen. That is the secret. You have to sit there and make sure that you create a listing that is going to be seen. Well, part of that has to do with keywords. Part of it has to do with what you put in your title, what you put in your description, what you put in your bullet points. I was with one of my members, Lola, yesterday, and I did a video yesterday on YouTube with her live, and I was pointing out a few things that she did wrong or she could have improved. So, she's going out there and she's doing what she needs to do to improve her listing. Once that's improved, then she's going to start seeing traffic, because traffic will start coming in. Also, we did an automatic campaign for her to go out there and get that product out there to where people are able to see that automatic campaign, because when you do campaigns, you get right on the front page regardless. I mean, they'll put you right on the front page, whether you're going to be on the side, whether you're going to be on top, or going to be right here in the middle. Doesn't matter. When you do an automatic campaign, this is what it's designed to do with the keywords that are being found on your listing itself. If you don't know how to do that, your listing will never be seen. And then you sit there and you go, where are my sales? Where are all my sales at? Well, all my sales aren't there because you're on page 355 when you should be on page one, when you should be on page two. How do I get there? How do I get to page one? How do I get to page two? Very simple. Very, very simple. You just have to know what you are doing. Sorry, guys. The sun is going down, so I'm kind of getting that reflection. And I don't know if you guys can see me okay, but anyways, um, so those are the things that you kind of have to look at. Now, for those of you that are new on my channel or just coming in, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you guys like the information that you're getting, just hit that, smash that like button, and I would appreciate that too. That helps my videos. It helps me out there when I do that. So yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And again, you want to know what you are doing, when it comes to selling on Amazon. So um, let me see here. Oh, I just got a message. All right. For those of you who are on the Hangout right now, if you can, just go ahead and if you can just put it in the comments and the chat. I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys what to do, but you can put that in chat, and that way I can read it right here online. I do see the comments here, and that's on my. So, anyways, yeah, just put that on chat. All right. I don't know if that's even working, but somebody says, "Hi, I just tuned in. Do you profit when a seller pays for faster shipping, or does the full shipping cost that the seller goes to Amazon?" No. Um, that again, if you are sitting there and you are um, trying to figure out, well, what is the best option for you, that's where you have to set your shipping settings. You've got to make sure you set that correctly, because you can get burned on shipping, especially if you have a product that is not making you a whole lot of money. So if that product is not making a whole lot of money and you go out there and you have it delivered by UPS, or you have it delivered by FedEx and they charging you, $20 to have it shipped out, that could hurt you. So you got to make sure you're on top of that and make sure that your shipping settings are good. A lot of people get in trouble when they go and they do the Prime, because they don't realize that sometimes they don't check that 1 day shipping, or they set it up for 1 day shipping. And when they do set it up for 1 day shipping, uh, it gets them in trouble because they're spending a lot more money just on the shipping costs, and sometimes it's not worth it, for them to go out there and do that. So, but anyways, wow. So yeah, other than that, guys, just it's pretty nice out here right now. The sun's going down, and dinner is going to be coming up pretty quick. Yes, that's what happens when you are live. My stream just gave out, guys. Sorry about that. But we're back. We're back. Yeah, the stream just went out just for a little bit. Again, if you guys have questions, feel free to ask those questions. I am here. I am here. Okay. Let's see. They're just starting to come in now. Benny says, I have a product ready to go. Let me see here. Sorry, I lost it, Benny. I have a product ready to go. Uh, just waiting on my product. Oh, product pictures from my photographer. I'm going to do FBA. How long does it take for me to see it in my inventory? Good question. Now, when you send your product in to Amazon's FBA program, you should have your photos. You should have all that before you send your product in. Because if you try to go out there and make the changes afterwards, it kind of will delay things. But this is the process. When you send your product into Amazon, and Amazon has about a week or maybe 10 days for them to actually check in the product. This was one of the things Steve and myself were talking about today, was that um, sometimes you can send the product in, and once you do that, you just kind of like at their mercy, and you're just kind of waiting for them to check it in. And so um, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a couple of days. Just depends how fast and how far you're having that product sent into. Okay. Um, UK FBA student says a great listing is important, no doubt. But if you're selling the same product as someone else and they have all the reviews, they will get the sale. Nobody wants to be the first to buy a product. No, that's not true. That is not true at all. And I have went out there. I'm sorry, UK FBA student. No, here's the thing. I have products, and I have one product that I put a brand new listing up. I have no reviews at all, and I can get 20 to 30 sales per day without no reviews. And to this day, I still have that particular product that has no reviews at all. And Steve can vouch for this, because Steve is selling the exact same thing, and he's got no reviews on his. And you go out there and you can generate sales. Now, that all comes into the buy box, and the buy box is very, very tricky. And just because you are brand new and you have no sales doesn't mean that you're not going to get the sale. You can always undercut that person, lower your price, and get into the buy box itself. If you are piggybacking off of somebody else and you lower the price, then you're going to get that sale. That sale should go directly to you. We don't know who's going to get the sale. That's why it's called the buy box. We just don't know. But there have been plenty of times where I've made sales with no reviews whatsoever, and I still have a product that I have no reviews at all. And what I did is I enrolled in the early reviewer program, and so I'm still waiting for that review to come on in. But that's just part of the thing. If you're going to go out there, and in my training, I do show you how to get reviews. And so while you're doing that in the process, I'm still making sales. So if I'm still making sales, then obviously it's a product that is popular, a product that people need. And if you have a product that people need, then it's even better. Okay. So don't I hate to challenge you on it, but it's true. I've had plenty of sales where I've had a product, and that product went out there and sold with it saying, "Be the first one to put in a review," or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. So, but I do sell. I sell quite a bit of them. Ninja Hyper, what's up there, Ninja Hyper? Welcome aboard to channel. How do you set up the wholesale items? I tried, but it's only duplicated the listing. Not sure if it's available for wholesale buyers. Are you talking about business buyers? If you're talking about business buyers, there's a setup for you to go out there and do that for the business buyers alone. If that's what I'm thinking, there's really no wholesale that you can get into. But if you are If you want to sell your product wholesale, that's totally different. If you want to give them wholesale prices, that's totally different. And you could simply just put on their wholesale on your listing, and people will see that. And once they see that, then you'll be able to sell it. If that's what I think it is. Um, uh, UK FBA student says private label. Let me see what his question was. A great listing is important, no doubt, but if you're selling the same product to someone else and they have all the reviews, they will get the sale. Nobody wants to buy the first product. And I'm thinking he's saying private label. If you send your products in private label, no, I mean it works either way. So if you're in the buy box, let me explain to you the best I can as far as the buy box and how that works. Okay. Um, for example, I have a account that is 4.9 out of 5 stars. So I have excellent rating when it comes to customer feedback. If you look at all my customer feedbacks, they're all fives. I may get a four once in a while or what have you. Now, if I put up and I in the length of time that I've actually sold on Amazon, so I'm going on my 11th year now. So I can put up a product right away. Doesn't matter what it is, and I can put a listing up and I can get sales off of that just because you kind of look at it as people are looking at your account, they're looking at your feedback, they're looking at your thing, and that makes it that decision whether they're going to go out there and get that product, if they're going to buy that product from you. And that's all it is. If you are sitting there and you are in that range with everybody else and going out there and selling that product and you're just about the same, it will sell. Now, I have discussed this with other members and I have discussed this with my own family where they went out there and they lowered the price so low that it cheapened the product. And I had to sit there and tell them to raise the price back up $9. And they raised it back up $9 and did more sales by it being $9 higher just because of his rating of where he was and what he was doing and the sales that he was creating. He was on the first page. And so when you're on the first page and you go and you increase your prices, you're still on the first page until your sales start to drop. Well, what happens is people felt more comfortable with his listing because it wasn't so cheap, and they said, you know what, we're gonna buy this. It's probably a better product. It's more expensive, but I'm more than willing to go ahead and do that. So um, again, let me go ahead and switch this off because I am just kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place here. So I want you guys to be able to see me. All right. So, all right. Let me see here. Okay. There, that's better. Ninja Hyper says, are you still doing more of genetic items? I think you meant generic. Or do you have your own fully customized item? Well, I go out there and I will do a lot of FBA. Okay, I do a lot of FBA and put it and go out there and uh, any new product doesn't matter. FBA's or I'm sorry, not FBA, private label. If I private label a product and I send my products into Amazon's FBA program, then I'm going to do pretty well. This is how I do. I started out wholesaling. So I would go and I would all right. So I started out wholesaling, and when I did that, I made quite a bit more money just wholesaling itself. So then it jumped into private label, and that's what I kind of teach now. So UK FBA student says, my point is, do you not own the buy box when you private label a product? Yeah, you own the buy box, but what happens if somebody piggybacks off of you? You don't own the buy box anymore. So you can own the buy box if you private label a product, but doesn't mean that you're going to get the sale. Just because you own it doesn't mean that you're going to get that sale. What happens if somebody's selling the exact same thing? It's just a matter of, I'll use this as an example. Cell phone cases, iPhone, I don't know what's the new one now, 10R, iPhone 10R. Well, you could private label your own cell phone case, but you have thousands of other competitors that are selling the exact same thing. So what, just because you private label it doesn't, yes, you own the buy box, but as soon as somebody starts to piggyback off your listing, you don't own that buy box anymore because you got competition out there doing that. So hopefully that helps you out as far as your point. So Costin, hello Henry, how are you? I am doing great there, Costin. How are you? Let me see if I missed anybody. Um, Steve says UK FBA student. Not true. Your seller performance metrics means more. Absolutely. We had a discussion on this, Steve and myself, when we were doing this because he had the same product. I had the same product. We're selling the exact same thing. I said, look, you go try this out. Sure enough, he did. But we were fighting each other with the buy box itself, even though we have great metrics on our list on our Amazon account. Sometimes he would get it, sometimes I would get it, but it's just a matter of, well, who if he goes out there and tries to advertise and I try to advertise, we're just beating each other up with advertising costs. So a lot of that comes into play. But yeah, I mean, you're kind of right in a way, UK, as far as, yeah, you private label your own product and you think that you're going to get the buy box, right? You think that just because you're the only one that you're going to get the buy box. You can get the buy box most of the time, but you have to be seen. And that is the big thing is you basically, people have to see you. And if they see somebody else who's their iPhone case is cheaper than your private product that is selling an iPhone case, for example, well, you may, buy box doesn't mean anything if they're not buying your product. So, yeah. Let's see here. UK FBA student says, why did Amazon accept the UPC code if they think the product is the same? Well, that's not okay. What you're doing when you're private labeling a product, you are saying to Amazon, this is my product. My product is not on Amazon's catalog, even though you can tweak it, make a little change or what have you. I'm going to use this as an example. One of the biggest things for summertime that people were buying, that everybody was out there promoting, were watermelon slicers, okay? Or garlic presses or what have you, or yeah, I don't know. There's just so many saturated crap out there that they say, well, I'm going to go ahead and put my own name on it. And so they did that. But when you get your own UPC code, all that is doing is saying there's a new product out that is out there, even though it's the same garlic press, but say a different name. And that's just it. It's a different name. And that's private label. Private label is you are calling it your name. You're saying it's my branding. This is what I do. This is my product. And I'm going to make millions and millions of dollars doing this, right? Even though you do see thousands and thousands of garlic presses out there, or thousands and thousands of watermelon slicers out there. There's really nothing different, but it's what you do and how you present it in your listing. If you tweak it just a little bit and say, well, the size on everybody else's watermelon slicer is 9.5 inches, okay, and mine is 10.6. That's the only thing. If they feel that your product is similar, they'll let you know and they'll tell you, well, there's similar products that come up. And it's your choice whether you want to go out there and sell that product or not. Now, when you go out there and create your own UPC code because you're gonna call it, UK's garlic press, um, well, that's your garlic press. Now, if somebody decides that they're going to piggyback off you because you didn't brand register your product, then they have every right to do that. It's an open marketplace, and that's kind of the best way that I can explain Amazon to you. Anybody can sell any product on Amazon, and there's a lot of people that get their products counterfeited. And there's a lot of suppliers out there that will counterfeit that particular product. That's why they have brand registry. And that's why you have to be really, really careful when you go out there and you pick your name, or you go out there and pick your product, and you don't want to call it, Under Armour shirt. I'm selling my own Under Armour shirt, but just put an S behind it or something. No, it's not going to fly. So there's a lot of things that come into play with that, and hopefully I answered your question. Um, yeah. So, and that's another point too, is that when you go out there and you are buying products for overseas and what have you, you want to make sure that uh, that you are buying products that are going to be able to get overseas to you here in the U.S. And a lot of people get in trouble because they go out there and they don't do their homework, but yet they're sitting there and they're buying products from overseas, and all of a sudden it gets stopped from China customs, or it gets stopped from U.S. customs, and then they're sitting there going, well, "Where's my product? My product didn't arrive to me," and they spent thousands of dollars, and then all of a sudden they're like, um, calling the manufacturer, and they're like, "Hey, I'm responsible. I sent it out and it's there. So check with US Customs." And then you're kind of stuck there. That's why you kind of have to protect yourself at all times when you go out there and you are buying product from overseas. You want to make sure that you protect yourself right away. So, again, that's something that you guys need to know as far as training is concerned. That's where that all comes into play. All right. Well, guys, it is going on 47 minutes already. I'm going to go ahead and call this a night. So thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate that. And for those of you that are looking at or interested in my training at techdaddyvideos.com, take a look at it there. I have it in the description below. So take a look at it at techdaddyvideos.com. Sign up for a course and what have you. See here to help you out. This is why I'm here, to kind of support you guys on that. If you don't catch me on the weekend this weekend, you can go ahead and go on Monday night at 6 p.m. my time, and then we will go ahead and do another Amazon Q&A. I appreciate that, Steve. Thumbs up for Henry. Appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys coming on, asking those questions, UK and everybody else out there. Thank you guys very much. You guys have a good one, and we will see you